Hello. Yeah, welcome to stream. Sorry it's a couple of minutes late. We are having some weird-ass technical difficulties. It wouldn't be a VR CGI stream without them. So, yeah, it's a little bit weird. Let's see if we've just got somebody somebody's just dropped in here. It's KVC. So the issue we've got is that nobody can talk, which is weird. So I don't know whether you can see just above KVC's thing. He's got the mute. I've got the mute. Everybody's muted. And none of us can talk to each other. It is really, really weird. This is... I don't know whether or not it's a new feature or something's gone screwy or what, but yeah, weird. So I think Paul should be here soon. Where's Paul? I've got a third. Right, I tell you what, let's just start. Do I have to switch to lobby to public? Are you sure this cannot be undone? Well, no, I didn't want to do that, did I? Not quite sure. I could have. I don't know. This is weird. This is really, really strange. I'm not quite sure what's going on. I'll tell you what, I'm going to leave this because I think I may have just... Right, so I've just opened it up to anybody and everybody. So let's drop out this and let's create another game. So I wonder whether or not... Oh, this is nuts. So basically when I've started this game, there is a shed load of legal crap that's come up. Now the only thing I've declined is to allow them to be recorded. But there's nothing that says that that will affect gameplay. This could actually be the shortest VR CGI stream on the planet. Oh, no, I didn't want to do that. No, that did... Oh, man. How do I quit? Let me do some Googling while you guys just quickly watch this. Everyone muted. Among Us VR, blah, 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 blah. Where the voice chat isn't working, to fix it, all you need to do is quit out of the game, go to permissions and make sure microphone audio is ticked. What? Microphone audio. Make sure that the microphone audio is ticked. Am I just missing something? Okay, so I actually can't find anything. I'll tell you what, I don't like the idea of doing it, but allow custom settings host match. Well, we'll try this one more time. If this does not work, then this may be... Right, let's try this one more time. So what is that? That is K C F Y T T K C F Y T T. Can't imagine that that would have anything to do with it. It does seem a little bit weird. Right, let's have a look. Blah, 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 blah. Create an Oculus party and everybody. Yeah, the problem is, Bam, if you create an Oculus party, everybody can hear everything, and it's no longer. Is the game in safe mode? Do you know what? I have no idea. Yeah, the problem is if we create an Oculus party, for start off, everybody can hear everything, which could cause a bit of a problem. Make the game a bit unfair because it's obviously proximity audio. And as well, I for one am playing PC VR, and if I do a party, my recording won't pick up any audio. Yeah, it's bloody weird. I don't know. They've changed a load of stuff. I'm just going to see if one of them can come in. So Kev and Paul, I don't know whether or not you're in the chat or watching it, but yeah, check out the Discord, mate. I've dropped in another room code, which is that one up there. Let's give this one more try, and if it does not work, what host settings do you have? Yeah, Kev, do you want to try this code, mate? This isn't you this time. This is some weird shit with this game. Faulty, when you say host settings, what do you mean, mate? Because I've literally just said host the game and start. And this is it. I've actually not changed anything. That's new. Oh, no, that is hopeful. Anyway, I digress. I have no idea. This is bizarre. I'm going to wait for Paul. What does it show on the cog menu on the screen above the room? So they're all the default settings, mate. It's literally the default. I did dabble with them earlier on, but I came out and restarted the room and literally have selected the default. Right, Kev, can you hear me? So you're not muted, but I can't hear you. This is nuts. So now you're muted, not muted. Yeah? Yep. Yeah, I did see that. Yeah, I've just seen that on Google. I think that's for an old version. I think that's for like 2022. I think we've actually got past that issue now. I think the issue we've got now is Kev's issue where we can't hear him for some reason, which is odd. So I'm just waiting for Paul to drop in, see if I can hear Paul. But this is definitely. So Kev, can you hear me? Can you run backwards if you can hear me? Cool. So Kev can hear me, but I can't hear Kev. But I've had this issue with Kev's audio before. Yeah, I don't know where Paul's at. Let me give Paul a nudge. Hello. Yeah, they've definitely done something weird. So effectively, if you don't agree to allowing them to record your audio, you can't talk anymore in the game, which is a little bit weird. But yeah, I think I'm actually past that point now. I think yeah. But thank you anyway, Dor. That was Mrs. Snow, my technical support on the case. Yeah, Kev, we need to sort your audio.
Right.
Paul,
Hello, children.
Right. I can hear you now.
And I can hear you now.
Right. So this is the deal then. The only way we can play this game and be able to talk is if we agree to the development company recording our audio and analysing it.
Yeah.
Which also means that if we say loads of stuff that's dodgy, they are going to probably ban us from the game.
Wankers.
Exactly. They've got loads of weird ass bloody rules that they've put in. Paul is very echoey.
What a bunch of tossers.
I can't hear Paul
Back to
echoing.
fucking Rec Room then.
Yeah. I don't know, Kev, why I can't hear you. Are you playing Quest? If you're playing Quest native, run backwards. If you're playing PC VR, run backwards. How are you playing? Are you on the Quest, Kev?
Kev. Earth to Kev.
Oh,
He
so
ran backwards.
So you're playing on the Quest native. You're playing PC VR. Right, okay. So if you're playing PC VR, I've had this before. You might have to, on your Windows computer, you might have to change the audio, the mic. You know when you click on when you left click on your sound icon, and then you'll get like a drop down just above it that'll have your sound card, and then one of the options in there will be your Oculus sound. Yeah, your Oculus Quest, I think it says. Have you set it like that already? No.
That'd be no then.
Give that a go, mate, because that might. I think what's happening is your Windows computer isn't actually picking up your Quest mic on this game. I had a very similar thing with Population 1, and I had to go in and change a load of my audio settings to try and get it to work. And then once I'd done it, even when I'd changed it back again to what it was, it still carried on working. It was really weird.
Okay, do it in a minute. Go and get it. And he's out of here.
Is he?
No, he's not.
Oh, yes,
Yeah,
he is. Cool.
No!
Oh, yes, Faulty, yeah, I think you just come to the same conclusion as me. So it's just me and Paul. We ain't got anybody else. Is anybody else actually going to come in and play? Because if it's just me and Paul,
be a very short game.
You're the imposter.
Yes. No, Fault is still the imposter. Bam's got to put the fucking child away first.
I know.
You got to stop playing with Nivea. Faulty wants rusty eyes in his nails in his eyes rather than playing this.
You got to stop playing with Nivea, as in the hand cream.
His child, whatever her fucking name is.
Navi.
Navi, that's it. Not Nivea, that's a fucking cream.
Love Paul's volcano hat. Is that a volcano? I thought it was a turd.
Yeah.
That was really big.
Yeah.
And maybe sort of scraped the sides on the way out. Nivea. Yeah, I know. Sorry, Bam.
Is Bam in the chat, is he?
He is in the chat, mate, yeah.
Hello, Bam. Hello, Nivea. I'm Navi. Oh, Ciabatta's supposed to be in here.
Yeah, if it'll be waiting for one, waiting for the other. And Batman may or may not jump in. But yeah. I think I figured out how to set it up for hide and seek.
Yeah?
Yeah.
There's different maps as well, isn't there?
No, not on this one, mate. You wish there was. That's only available.
I thought they put new maps in.
Nah, it's only on flat screen, mate. I think they've got.
For fuck's sake.
Yeah, they got floor flat screens. They've got 4 flat screens maps, and they've got the hide and seek mode. But I reckon I can do hide and seek in here. So if I go, can you see these settings on the wall here as I'm changing them?
No.
Okay. So if I set imposters,
lobby code, wardrobe, invite, and fog.
So I'm going to set imposters to 1, and I'm going to set the cooldown time to 10. Hands will be visible always, and then I'm going to do emergency meetings none. I'm going to do long tasks is 2, short tasks 5. Taskbar
updates. I did see that menu earlier.
Yeah.
When I was in charge.
I'm going to disallow the reporting of bodies.
And then I changed it all and made it all fucked up.
I'm going to switch door sabotage off. And I'm going to leave. I'm going to put the sabotage at 40 seconds for the cooldown. And I think that will allow us to play a game similar to hide and seek. So I think that'll allow us. So basically, it'll be a bit of a trusting. So your imposter will have to stay behind, count to 20 or whatever, while we'll run off. We go and hide, and then the basis of the game is that the imposter just has to go around and kill everybody.
Okay.
It may or may not work.
That's going to be a quick game because it's only me and you still.
No, we've got a third person. We got Kev.
Where? Oh, Kev.
Oh, man, no. We still can't hear you. Oh.
Kev, what have you done?
Hide and don't speak.
It's not showing you talking. You're definitely not doing the mic. If you look at his, you can see his thing changing to green. When he's chatting. It says snow is a dick.
I'm not sure it does.
See? Look, snow is a dick, it says when he's chatting. Oh, he's fucked off backwards. Stop running around your dick, you make me feel sick.
Hey, no, me?
Cease and desist your fuckery. Fuck off. Who the fuck is Lambda Lad? Llama Lad?
What, earlier on? So I pressed the big...
I don't fucking know. It says recently played with Llama Lad.
Yeah. I switched the thing to public lobby and we got 2 people in. Yeah, we all just sort of stood around there waiting for Biggity Bam and Ciabatta to roll. Is Kev using Right. So, Kev, Faulty says, are you using a headset mic or the Oculus mic? If you're using headset, run backwards. He's using Oculus mic.
He tried to run backwards, but there's a fucking table in the way. Kev, can you hear me? Wave your hands up and down. Yeah, see? He can hear. He's just muted like a dick.
He's just the audio. Are you playing the Oculus version or are you playing Steam? Run backwards if you're playing Steam. You're playing the Steam version.
He's on PC. Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm on PC as well.
Check.
I'm playing the Oculus version.
Oh, shut up. I wasn't talking to you. I was talking to fucking Deaf Man over here. You go in your settings, so press the A button on your Oculus controller. There's a mute you fucking button on there.
No, but it would come up as mute. Now he's muted.
It don't come up as mute. Oh, there you go. Now it says he's muted.
Yeah.
Right, unmute you. Unmute you. Right, talk. Yeah, you're fucked.
Can someone tell Paul to stop inviting me to play, please?
You're not talking into your Oculus by... Oh,
Jam, help.
Yeah, that, what you're doing.
It's just going to be me. I'm just going to go and stand in the corner. I'm just going to go and do this. Oosh, oosh, oosh.
Why are you standing in the corner, you prick? Fucking watching you, Snow, you sneaky little shit, you. Hello, then. There's a handle.
There's a handle.
No.
I'll just let him play. She's fighting this now. I don't know if it's going to happen. Yeah, I'll catch you later, Faulty. I'm sure I'll catch up with you over the weekend. I think, to be honest, peeps, I think we're possibly going to have to give this one a miss because at the moment there is myself and there's Paul, and I'm pretty sure the standards of requirements for Among Us says that this will not work. Yeah, it's just you and me, mate. I don't think Bam and Chibata are going to be able to join. So I think we might have to I think we might have to can this one, dude.
Oh, fucking hell. I fucking got psyched up, got my AC on. I'm sat here ready for you.
You got soaped up?
No. Sat up, you dick. I'm on your bed, didn't I? Sat up. Instead of being led down. You're a cunt. Stop fucking going round in circles. You make me feel sick. I'm going to get banned anyway because I keep swearing. Fuck 'em all.
I know. I don't like the fact that you got to have the audio recorded to play. That is a bit Big Brother. That is a little bit weird, especially if it's a private room. Especially when it's a private room. What? I could understand if you're public lobby.
It's an 18 and over one anyway.
I know.
It says so in the thing when I did it. Got to be 18 plus.
Does it?
Yeah. So they can fuck off, assholes. Bye. Fuck you, Among Us.
Right, dude. I'm gonna call it, mate. I'll leave you to it, mate.
Yeah.
And we'll see if we can organise something else. We're definitely playing next weekend.
Yeah, Faulty is say go and play fucking whatever it's called that you were playing the other night.
Counter-Strike. Oh, After the Fall.
Yeah. I haven't got it, so you fucking had that. I know. Faulty fucking told me to get it. I can't get that. Right. It's not just a Quest thing anyway, is it? It's a PC Quest.
Bam said join another room. Nah, it's all right, Bam. I can't cope with screaming kids fucking running around, mate.
No.
That'd do my tits. That is not for me, mate.
Bam, have you not tried that duct tape yet?
Duct tape, bit of chloroform on it. You'll be fine.
Duct tape and 6-inch nails.
Oh, apparently I've earned the reward items in my home. That'll be my Asbo.
Have you, Jess?
Yeah, that'll be my Asbo for being in here with you.
Yeah, more than likely.
Yeah. Right, dude. I'm going to call it, mate, because although I'd quite happily sit and play this game with you, I don't think it's going to work. Because you're the imposter.
Yeah, I am. Yeah.
Right, dude.
Bastards. You fuck ups, the lot of you.
I will catch you later, mate.
Yeah. Fucking game out.
Yeah, I can deal with Paul, but not screaming kids. Yeah, so that was an epic fail. So we'll probably drop this vid. There's no point in leaving it online. But thanks for everybody for turning up in the chat. It was very very kind of you all. Keep an eye out for other cool games that we know might work. Yeah. Has anybody got any questions? Anybody want to say something clever? Anybody want to ask some questions? I don't know. I'm here all night. Got nothing to do. Ah, biggity bam. Yeah, kids are like that, aren't they? And the worst of it is, mate, you're stuck with them. You are stuck with that one for the rest of your days. It's going to be every Saturday night, mate. You ain't going to be able to put her down for sleep. Among bust. Yeah, you're not right there, Sam. You're not wrong there. It is weird. So I don't know whether or not anybody else has been into the game. This is the first time I've been in since the... I think it was the last update or the update just before that. I did see something to say that they'd added a feature that basically, if you're in public rooms, it allowed you to effectively ban people that were bullying you. So if you're in a public room and you feel you're being abused or bullied in that room, it allowed you to block them and report them. And what would happen is that they would then analyze the audio for the game to see what's happening. Now, when you actually started the game, I think the first legal terms, in fact, I'll show you the legal terms so you can get an idea of how ridiculous this is. So in the legal, this is the terms of use, 23 pages, which is crazy. It even says there, in order to agree to these terms of use, you need to be 18 years or older or have your parents, guardians and consent to agree to them. But it's 23 pages. So that's one of them. And then you got the privacy policy notice, which is 28 pages. Then you got the audio recording consent, which is 2 pages. Then you got the game data collection policy, which you've got there, and you've got to allow that. But essentially, from what I can figure out, if you say on here, I do not consent to being recorded in audio format by Shell Games, you literally can't talk in the game to each other. They've banned it. They've literally outright banned it. Even if it's a private lobby, you cannot play with the audio on, which really defeats the object of playing Among Us. So I don't know whether or not this has had a massive impact on people playing. Be interesting to see the stats of players since this has happened. It's a real shame because the settings mode that's in here now allows you to change all sorts of rules. It's not quite as dynamic as they said when they said in there, oh, you know what? There's like, they said something stupid like there's a billion different ways to play now. There's a billion different setups and stuff like that. But essentially, some of the settings, it's like, oh yeah, there's the cooldowns. It makes no odds if you got a cooldown of 40 seconds or 30 seconds. It makes a difference if you've got 10 seconds or 40 seconds, but 30 or 40 seconds, it makes no odds. So a lot of settings aren't sort of very drastic. So yeah, the settings thing's quite good, but this has spoiled it. Will there be any new maps soon? I have heard nothing to say that they are doing new maps for the VR version. I know the flat screen version, they have 4 maps available, and they also have the hide and seek mode. Now, it may just be me looking at this from a simplistic point of view, and I'm a software developer by trade, so I've got some insight on how some of these things work, but I'm not a game designer. But I would have thought if you've got the base game and you've got the building blocks for map 1 and you've already got the other 3 maps designed in flat screen, I wouldn't have thought it'd be a big leap to get another map into this game. So this game's been out for it's got to be 6 months. It's got to be over 6 months this game has been out. And we're still stuck on one map. We've added some settings, and I think, to be honest, those settings would have been in this game from the start, but hidden, and they would have only been available. That menu would have only been available to developers. So that's not really a new feature. That's unlocking a feature for us. And they just don't seem to have done anything else with it apart from this crap. It's like legalese. I sure as shit couldn't be bothered to read that crap for a start off. Fucking 23 pages. I'm going to look through it just to see if there's anything funny in there. Kev, so I messed about with my audio settings. No change. Uninstalled and reinstalled. No change. So I can't. I don't think I can share my screen from in here. But when I played, I've never had an issue on any other game apart from Pop 1. When I first played Pop 1, I'm just trying to remember what happened. Oh, that's right. The audio wouldn't record on OBS. So it would pick up the game audio, no problem whatsoever, but it would not pick up my mic. And I had to go into the advanced audio settings in Windows 10. So it's where you are able to configure what devices are enabled and disabled for both the audio output and the audio input. And I had to disable everything other than my Quest audio. And then I played the game, jumped back into the game, and it just worked. Since then, I have then, obviously when I've gone to the next game, I've had to reset that, because if you want to do anything on PC, you can't really sit there with your headset on. So then I've reset that back again to what it was. And since then, I've been back in Pop 1, and it's worked fine. It was just that initial time I had to go in. I don't know why you would get the issue with Among Us, but I must admit I'm playing this through Oculus rather than through Steam. So I can't see why it would be any different, because in theory they are exactly the same game, but with nothing more than a token that says which rendering engine to use. So I don't think it's actually a separate. I don't think there's any difference between it. So don't even have Quest audio options. Just you're playing for virtual desktop. The plot thickens, right? So you are playing Steam. You're hopping through virtual desktop. I'm presuming via Air Link to your Quest. Is that right? Shitty terms and conditions. The annoying thing is I actually spent about an hour and a half doing the thumbnail for this fucking game yesterday. I was just one of those thumbnails. Normally I knock the thumbnails together quite quick. And last night I thought, you know what, I'm going to snag some screenshots. So not Airlink, virtual desktop. So you must be plugged in with a cable, virtual desktop. Yeah. I'm not sure, Kev. But I'm going to. I'll have a bit of a look. I've got virtual desktop. I use it via Airlink. I've used it 2 or 3 times, and I tend to find that using virtual desktop via Airlink, I get a lot of shutter door effect, but it's not constantly. I'll turn and I'll be fine, and then all of a sudden I'll get chuk 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 like that, and then it'll pick back up again. It's not reflected on the recordings, and the recordings are smooth as butter. But in the Quest headset, I do get this staggered frames and I only get it in virtual desktops. I've never used it since. I use straight Airlink. So that's how Airlink works for you. That's weird, isn't it? I know different people get different success on either of the two things. I know when I've spoken to Ben plays Airlink and he gets no problems at all, like me. Yet I think he does get some slight issues with virtual desktop, but then I know other people that use virtual desktop and yes, I know other people who use virtual desktop and don't get any problems at all, and it far outruns the Airlink. It's really weird. It must be down to router settings. I'll tell you what you could try, Kev, on your router if you wanted to try Airlink, is when you go into your wireless settings. Obviously, you've got to have. I'm running on a Wi-Fi 5 router, and I'm getting about 2 bars. So I've got a wall just there between me and my router that I connect to while I'm upstairs, and I had to up the power from 40, which tends to be the default, to 80. You could try that, mate, because when that was on 40, I used to get Airlink problems. I upped it to 80, my Airlink problems disappeared. So it could be worth having a look at that, mate, on your 5G strength. Sam, can I send Quest money to someone? I was gifted a lot and not going to use all of it. Sam, you can you send Quest money? I take it you're saying, yeah, I'm not sure you can. Yeah, like Bam says, I think you have to buy games for people. I think once you've cashed a token in, it goes into your balance, and I don't think you can use that to buy another gift card, but you can definitely use it to gift games to other players. I know that for a fact because I have done that very same thing to someone not so long ago. I can try that. I have Google Wi-Fi. Google Wi-Fi. Is that like a Nest device? Is that what we call Nest over here? Is that like a Nest Wi-Fi type thing? I've not tried that, to be honest, but yeah, you should certainly have. If you go into the settings, mate, you should be able to adjust the strength of the Wi-Fi, and you should be able. By default, most Wi-Fi 5 units will default to 40 on the strength, purely because most people have the Wi-Fi unit where they actually have all their Wi-Fi devices, and then any of their home appliances like washing machines, Alexas, light bulbs, all that kind of crap, they all pretty much all tend to run on 2.4 gigahertz. And the 2.4 gigahertz, as you know, pushes a lot further on the distance at a lot lower power. So I've got a Google Wi-Fi extender about 5 feet away from me. Oh, are you running? Right. So that will be what's causing you problem with Airlink then, your extender. I take it when you say about an extender, it is literally a Wi-Fi extender. So you've got 2 of these things, and one is probably wired into your router in another room, and then this one is in the room near you, and it basically bridges a wireless gap between the 2 and then repeats that signal to you right near to it. Oh, it's mesh. Oh, okay. So the mesh shouldn't matter. If you're not moving, it shouldn't matter. I know because I've got mesh units, but I've got mine mine aren't set up as a mesh units. They're set up as individual points, because I don't tend to move around with anything that requires the speed. I know when I looked into this, when I first went to start doing PC VR, there was a whole thing on saying that if you want to get the performance, the Airlink performance from your Quest, it will not work if you're in a mesh area where you're getting a strong signal from 2 mesh units. So if you've got a mesh unit that's literally 5 feet away from you, you shouldn't be getting a strong signal from the next mesh unit, I wouldn't have thought. So yeah, it's a Google Wi-Fi extender. So your extender that's in front of you, I take it that is not hooked up wired to your computer, is it? It's literally wireless. So you've effectively got your computer, a wire to your router or to your first mesh unit, and then everything else is wireless. So it's almost doing a double hop, isn't it? So it's doing a hop from wherever it's cabled to your extender in front of you, and then a hop again from that extender to you, I presume. Sam, with regard to your question, can you buy Kev the game? Catch up with Kev in the Discord. He's so when you gift the games in Oculus, I think you have to be do you have to be an Oculus friend, or does it give you a code? I think you have to be an Oculus friend. You might be able to get the code for it. I don't know. But I know it's easier if you're an Oculus friend and you just gift it to a friend on your thing. But yeah, you might be able to copy the code. But I'm going to be honest with you with regards to this game. I don't know. Let's have a discussion in the. We'll have a discussion in the Discord after this over the next day. So I don't know how people feel about having your audio recorded for their for them to analyze it. Yeah, I don't know what people's thoughts are on that, to be honest. It doesn't particularly bother me. I tend to be the kind of person that thinks that if some dumbass wants to sit in a room and listen to the shit that spills out of my mouth, eat your heart out. It doesn't tend to bother me too much, but I don't know what other people's thoughts are. I know there are a load of bits in the T's and C's to do with abusive language, to do with swearing and all that kind of stuff. Basically, all the stuff we do in every game we play, there's a load of T's and C's in this now about not allowing it. However, we play a private server. We never play public servers. So, I don't know. I don't know what other people's thoughts are. I don't know. Is everybody else cool with playing these games and jumping in these games? And have your audio recorded. But Sam, that is really kind of you, by the way. It's really kind of you to offer that. It's so nice. It's really cool. Yes, Bam. I don't think it's Kev's Oculus mic, because I've played other games with Kev. So I played the golf. We can hear Kev no problem whatsoever. It just seems to be this one game. Yeah, it just seems to be this one game. Biggity Bam, you don't care if you're recorded, mate. Hey, I'm Biggity Bam. I assume someone somewhere is monitoring everything I say anyway, so fuck them. That is too true, mate. That is too true. If you've got a smart speaker in your house, for a start off, that monitors everything. It's we were only having this conversation with our kids earlier on. I say kids, they're mid-30s now and they've got a kid of their own, but we still call them the kids. But yeah, we were only having this discussion earlier on about the Alexas and stuff like that, because they are listening to you all the time, which is why they know when to wake up. It's also how they know when you go to them and say, "Oh, Alexa, what was that song that was just playing on the radio or just playing on the TV advert?" And all of a sudden, "Oh, that was Barbra Streisand." it literally is, it's constantly listening. The amount of times we've spoken about random odd stuff at home. And then the next thing you know, within 24, 48 hours, you get adverts for that crap on your internet browser history. You go into Amazon or you go into YouTube and all of a sudden there's an advert for it. Yeah, the government knows all. Yeah, Sam, the government knows all apart from the shit they're supposed to know. It's they're too busy concentrating on all the wrong stuff. I'm just stood here reading the chat. This is quite nice, actually. I could sit here and do this all day. I'm just watching pink things float around and purple things floating around, which is pretty much what you guys are seeing. And I can see the chat, so I'm just stood here reading it. Our smart speaker probably wants to escape our house. If only speakers could blush. It's a good job it's not got a camera on, Biggity Bam. There's already videos of me and many of you using pretty spicy language on YouTube. Kev, I don't know what you're talking about. Spicy language from us? Nah, we would never do it. We are the pinnacle of society. We are a true representation of what humanity should be. I'm so weird. I tell my Google Home compliments and thank yous because I know I'll need her as a friend when the world ends. So when we first got ours, we put a couple of Alexas in, and we've got Sonos units in as well, and we paired them all up. So we used to ask the Alexa to basically play the music through the Sonos. And then we just got into this habit of trying to find as many abusive terms to tell her to switch the music off as we could. Things like, Alexa, shut the fuck up, and stuff like that. And we used to really hurl abuse. And it actually got to the point where sometimes Mrs. Snow would tell her to stop doing something or whatever. And the response back from Alexa would actually quite often be quite short and to the point. There's a little bit of a hate thing going on there, I think. But no, just be abusive to them. They don't understand. Yeah, I must admit, so I've got my studio hooked up. Yeah, she does hate you, Mrs. Snow. I have my studio lights all hooked up to it so that I don't have to run around fanning around with switches and stuff like that to switch all the lights on, because I've got bloody great big softbox lighting all around me to make me look damn sexy in this room, especially when I'm shooting porn late night on a Sunday. But that's another channel. So yeah, so I quite often use the Alexa to switch all this crap on. Anything anybody wants to talk about? I'm just stood here. I'm quite enjoying this. I could do like a yeah, it's got to be Sunday, isn't it? That's the only night to shoot porn is on a Sunday. Yeah, I'm quite enjoying this. I could just chat to you guys all day. It's great fun. Anybody else want to say anything? I tell you what, Sam. We need to get you in a game, because we've all been chatting for probably almost a year now, in the various chats and whatever. But I don't think we've ever seen you in a game, Sam. You need to hop in. If the times that we play don't quite suit you, by all means do suggest another time, and we'll see if we can accommodate just to get more people in. And be great to finally meet you in game. So what I'm going to do is I am going to drag this down here. There you go. I can actually look at it. Oh dear. So what's everybody got planned for the weekend then? Anyway, it's what day is it? Saturday. In the UK, 3-day weekend. I know I had some time where I got to voice chat with Rachel and Molly on a game. But any other time, the internet on my 5-year-old. Let me just read that again. But any other time with internet on my 5-year-old, it has been so difficult. 5-year-old, yeah, your child. Just thinking, what? I'm just gonna let me get that because I'm struggling to read the bloody chat. Oh, windows everywhere. Get out of the way. The girl is finally asleep, but unfortunately so is Ciabatta. Oh my god. Asleep? On a minute. Isn't it like 2 o'clock in the afternoon for you guys? 3 o'clock in the afternoon over there. And she's asleep. Yeah. I thought Sam meant 5-year-old internet. I was just thinking, does internet age? Oh yeah, sit down a little bit, get comfortable. I take it, Kev, I take it you mean Ciabatta and not Nivea, as we're now calling the family's youngest. How do I buy a game for someone with email through Meta app on my phone? Do you know what? I actually am not sure. I did Steam the other day, and that was really quite straightforward. It just allowed me to. I know on Steam you have to do a friend. I don't know. I think on the, if you go onto the internet, I think you can. When you buy it, I think it gives you the option to do a code, to basically copy the code and paste it in an email. But definitely it's by far the easiest way is to add them as a friend on the platform like Meta. Obviously not your Facebook friend or anything like that, but you can actually add them as a friend through the Oculus app, and then you can just gift them to a friend. It's dead easy there. Yeah. So when you select to buy it for someone else, I can't remember what it does. It's one of those things, you sort of do it and you don't really pay attention to what it's doing. There we go, look. How about a nice screen? How's that look for people? Let's have a nice resting screen. Where's the... Let's drag this down here like this. I'm just going to mess around in OBS. That's weird. What? The screen? That's cool, isn't it? What's really weird is when I actually jump between. So if we do that one and then we jump to this one. Hey, that is mine. And we're back to CGI. Yeah. Anybody got anything else they want to chat about? It's just saying unable to load, try again later. Do you know what? I have had this on Quest before when I've been trying to buy games. And I've literally had to come back the next day. I had this, I was trying to buy, I'll tell you what I was trying to buy. I was trying to buy DLC for mini golf. And no matter what I wanted to do, it would not let me buy it. It wouldn't let me buy any of the DLCs for it. And I and I had to I had to try again the next day, and the next day it just worked. It was really, really strange. No matter what I did, it would not let me buy them. It just kept erroring. It kept saying there was an error and I couldn't purchase it and all that kind of stuff. So where the babies come from? Interesting one. Being somebody that has never personally had one, I'd have to say I like the idea of the stork, but knowing what children are like, I don't think the stork is quite grim enough to deliver a bundle like that. So I think if we took the stork and we pulled all of its feathers off, so it just looked like a really badly plucked chicken, and then where the feathers were, I don't know, maybe stick nails in. Would nails still allow it to fly, or would it be too heavy? I don't know. Maybe we could just burn all the feathers off, and I think that's the kind of thing that delivers babies. That's where babies come from. That's what I'm going for. A defeathered stork from hell. Paul. Chicken or egg or nugget, which comes first? Oh, I'm pretty sure. I randomly read science stuff, things like New Scientist and stuff like that. I get a thought in my head and then I get on the Google trail, and I'm pretty sure that they proved that the egg came first. Personally, I think the chicken nugget is a far more appealing idea. But would it just have been? Would they have called it a chicken nugget if it came before the chicken? Not sure. It's a bit like the plug and the plug hole. It always seems a bit odd to me. It always seems a bit strange that you've got a plug that goes in a plug hole, and somebody's actually invented this thing to go into a hole that isn't there. I don't know. Weird. Is it true that if you don't use it, you lose it? Bam. Depends on what you're not using, I suppose. What the fuck is a plug hole? Is that for a dick? You must know what a plug hole is. Well, you guys must have plug holes. No, you don't. So, a plug hole is what you have your garbage dispenser attached to. You know the thing in your sink? I'm pressing shit all over. Let me just grab that out of the way. Can I grab that? I've got a bar in the way and I keep hitting it. I can't move it. So you know when you have your sink and you've got, I think you guys call it a garbage disposal unit, where you put all your food down and your hands and your wedding ring and all the kind of shit you see on horror films. Everything goes down there and you feel obliged to reach down there and it chops your arm off. And so we don't really have garbage disposal units in this country. You can buy them, but we don't. It's not really a thing over here. That is a plug hole. So it's a hole that you put a plug in. Think of butt and plug, but imagine inventing the butt plug before we all had butts. There you go. Best I can describe that one. I'm not, Mrs. No, I'm not sure you'd want to put a plug from a plug hole in your butt. I know it's got a chain, so you ain't going to lose it, but... So it's a butt plug for your sink. We'll go with that. We'll go with that. It's a butt plug for your sink. Bam is thinking of glory holes. Yeah, I can't really think that glory holes are that glorious. And we'll leave that one there. Bam, all I can say, mate, is if you think that glory holes are sticky, you're on the wrong side of the hole, mate. You should be on the bit where you should be on the other side, not the side where you feel obliged to kneel. Yeah, this conversation's getting weird. What else are we talking about then? Come on, give me some more conversation. People are just gonna hop on here at some point and think, what the fuck is going on? Hi, I'm Brad. I'm supposed to be on the standing side. What the fuck? Why don't they teach this stuff in school? Dude, they probably do, mate. We get taught that over here now at 5 years old, mate. If you're a man, you do not take a kneading pad with you to your glory hole place. I'm unsure how to add a friend on the quest, but I can work it out. Yeah, so you'll need to know Sam's username, and you basically, if you open the app, you can go to your account and friends, and then you can just basically search, and it will, if you put the username in, if you put the quest username in exactly the same, it should come up pretty much first on the list. I know it is easier to do actually in the headset. I can finally get rid of all my jeans with padded knees. Thanks, no. You are more than welcome, dude. I see you're back to putting double S on the snow. Is that your new phone royally fucked now? Is everything going to be snow? I've googled it. Seems doable. The lag's not too bad on this. I've got the I did this chat because it's a low res game. If we could have played it, I did this stream on ultra low delay, and it's actually not too bad. Yes, this phone has finally learned your name, Snow. So what people gone on this weekend? That's what I was going on about earlier on, actually, before we started talking about glory holes and butt plugs. Yeah, we've got 3-day weekend over here due to the, don't know whether or not they call this the May Day bank holiday, or whether or not that's the May Day bank holidays at the end of May. Basically, we normally get every year, we get 2 bank holidays in May, one on the first Monday and one on the last Monday. I never know which one's which, but regardless, we have a 3-day weekend this weekend. What are you guys up to apart from sitting there chatting to me? Yeah, Bam was saying, Sam, I was talking to Bam the other day about holidays, because we obviously get a 4-day weekend for the Easter break, and you guys don't get anything like that, do you? You get like 2 holidays a year. You get something like Christmas Day, New Year's Day, and whatever that other day is you get. It's not Independence Day, is it? It's the other one. This is how well I know my American history. The other day that you get Thanksgiving Day. I think you guys only get those 3 days off, don't you? Does Mrs. Snow play? I've never seen her on chat on this. I've only ever seen her on chat on Discord. So Mrs. Snow doesn't play, like she's just said. Her VR legs are not quite as strong as they could be, but I know whenever Mrs. Snow has been in there, she has enjoyed it for the first 15 minutes normally, depending on what we're playing. Yeah, I think would I be right, Mrs. Snow, in saying that you enjoyed the mini golf bit, didn't you? Once you'd put Snap Turn on. We have 2-day weekend and it's raining, so we'll be playing indoors, doing laundry, and throwing out some jeans with padded knees. Make sure you wash those jeans first, mate. You don't want the wolves running off with them. Labor Day, Christmas, Thanksgiving, 4th of July, New Year's, in that order. What's Labor Day? I've heard of Labor Day, but I actually don't know what Labor Day is. I'm guessing it's nothing to do with politics. having beers and arguing with my 5-year-old over opening applesauce currently. Oh, applesauce. I do like applesauce. I haven't had applesauce for ages. But yeah, it would be cool if Mrs. Snow could join in on some of these games, but unfortunately she doesn't pay enough. And I know she's tried the kayak game, Mirage Kayak, whatever the hell it's called, and she struggled for a good 25 minutes paddling just to get to the bit on one of the maps where you it's the one with the turtle where you have to get the turtle. You go down the sort of the ravine and you get the turtle and then you have to get it back out to sea. And she wanted to get to that point where you actually get into that lovely sort of forest type area with the overhanging trees and stuff. And bless her, she was she really stuck with that. She was a bit pale when she came out after about 20-25 minutes. But there was a lot of determination to paddle that little kayak through the ocean to get to that one point. So hats off to her. Although it was funny the other day, Mrs. Snow did try dread halls the other day, and yeah, it was quite interesting. I think she was in there about 20 minutes, and she managed to walk down to the main room, and then I think she walked down one corridor, and all of a sudden she just turned around and walked back. She went, "Nope, not going down there," and that was the end of the game. There's a Labor Day. What did I just say? What did I say? Labor Day. Labor Day is when you don't do labour, relax and go to the lake and barbecue order. That sounds a bit weird, Bam. Is that true shit, or is there something? Is that like just a national day off to do bugger all, or is there something more behind Labor Day? Memorial Day, Kev. I'm going to assume Memorial Day is something to do with the war or a war. I don't know which wars you guys actually remember. Remember's not the word. What am I looking for? It's not remember. Everybody remembers wars. It's the other word. Because we call it Remembrance Sunday over here on the 11th of November. I suppose remembrance. Yeah, is it like a war thing that's doing like a day of remembrance on? Labor Day is rooted to the late 19th century when Labour activists pushed for federal holiday to recognise the many contribution workers. I think I need a day like that. Oh my God, did you record her playing dread halls? Funnily enough, Bam, I have a mobile phone handheld cam recording. Unfortunately, we didn't green screen it, but I think I am going to try and get her back in and green screen it at some point, because it was funny. That Paul, don't pour Mrs. Snow her, Paul. She deserves it. She deserves all of it. All military, all wars in the US. Okay, so it's like a one shoe fits all kind of Memorial Day. I think although our November the 11th, our Remembrance Sunday is primarily... this is really bad. And I feel so bad for not knowing. I want to say it's for the end of the Second World War, I think. Shame on me for being a Briton that doesn't know that off by heart. But I think we also do. I think the remembrance also does span over to other conflicts that we've had, that we've been heavily involved with as well. Kev, I don't see a notification for a new friend, but if you want me to add you, just give me your username. What are you wanting for, Mrs. Snow? What are you wanting for? Get back on with technical support and find out why Kev can't get his audio working. All the wars they lost to the UK. Did the Americans lose any wars to the UK? I thought we were always on the same side. I could be wrong. I'm not really good on my military history. Laughed my ass off. She didn't know. She didn't know what. What did I miss? Do you all celebrate 5th of November? We certainly do, mate. Guy Fawkes. Remember the 13th of November. Oh no, it's my birthday. Remember the 5th of November. Yeah, so we have fireworks nights. They don't tend to be on the 5th per se. We tend to have them on the weekend nearest the 5th. A few places have them on the 5th, but we have fireworks. It used to be fireworks and bonfires. Nowadays, you tend to find it's fireworks, bonfires, fun fairs, live bands, burger vans, all that kind of stuff. It's become very commercialized now, and tickets are quite expensive. I've not been to a bonfire night for a long time now, to be honest. But yeah, we do have them. Yeah, they are quite good fun. Tend to find in the bigger shows now, there's a lot of expensive pyrotechnics, lasers, all that kind of stuff. But as you can imagine, by the time you get to the 5th of November over here, it can be a little bit chilly, and we're quite flat landed out here, and standing out there at 8:30 at night watching fireworks gets pretty darn cold. The US has been involved in too many wars. I think everybody's been involved with too many wars, Sam. I won't get started on that kind of stuff. I think the only thing I would say about that is the sooner that everybody realizes we all live on this rock together and that we should all play well together, the better life will be. Is it a law to watch V for Vendetta every November the 5th? It is in our house. V for Vendetta. What's that got to do with? I know they wear what they call the Guy Fawkes mask, don't they? But I've seen the film, but I'm going to be honest, I couldn't tell you what the hell it's about. I just remember people running around in red cloaks with the Guy Fawkes mask on. Oh, for fuck's sake. Watch FIFA. I have seen it, mate. I have seen it when it first came out. I remember the cover art on the video. On the video. No, it would have been DVD. It must have been DVD. But I can't remember what the film was about. I honestly can't remember it. I just remember people running around with these masks on, these white masks, with red cloaks. And that's it. I'll tell you what we did watch. We watched the Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumania, which was actually quite good. I really quite enjoyed it. It's about a fascist state in England. What? Interesting. I might watch it again someday. I might add it to my list. I used to... can we do a test on the text delay? I'm going to type some stuff and you read it as soon as you see it. Cool? Yeah, go for it. Test it, go. I'm going to sit here silently. Kevin Cook, the graphic novel for V for Vendetta, Sam and Ollie, favourite place to visit. Biggity bounces 1, 2, 3. Sam and Ollie, check Discord. I don't know what kind of delay it is. It seems relatively quite quick, but it's not as quick as I'd like it. I don't know why it takes so long to ricochet up. But yeah, we watched the Quantumania film. I actually thought it was quite good. It was. I know a lot of people disrespect the Ant-Man films, but I actually found it quite good. I thought the weird thing was, I can't remember the woman's name that plays the Wasp, but obviously it's Michelle Pfeiffer that plays her mother. And I just thought it was a little bit weird that Michelle Pfeiffer actually looks younger than the Wasp, which is a little bit strange. It obviously goes to show how much money people have got to make themselves look young, which I thought was a little bit strange. But I thought it was a good film. We quite enjoyed it. We're gonna watch Mario at some point. I don't tend to favour too much towards the Nintendo backed films or the Nintendo themed films. I think the last one I watched and enjoyed would have been is it The Wizard with Fred Savage, and I can't think for the life of me what the young girl was. But anybody that's sort of 40 years and older will probably remember The Wizard. It would have been probably late 80s, maybe 89, maybe 90, I would have thought. That would have been the last sort of film I watched and I liked. But Mario has exceeded some quite big milestones in the box office sales on the first weekend. I think on the first weekend it was already the largest grossing computer game themed film ever made. I've noticed that there's been a couple of comments online about how they've broken the golden rule and showed Mario's ungloved hands, which I thought was quite funny. So we will watch that at some point. Quantumania was a blast, but then again, I'm a comic book whore. I love Kang the Conqueror. Yeah, I don't. Again, this was only something we were talking about earlier today, actually, about comics and stuff. I haven't read comics for years. I think the last comic stuff I would have read would have been 30 years ago, probably more than 30 years ago, and that would have been something like the Clive Barker Tap in the Vein comic book novel things. But we do go to Comic-Con. In fact, we're going to Comic-Con at the end of May in London, and we love it. It's absolutely great fun. Somebody was saying to me, Kiz was saying to me actually on Friday, he didn't realise I was actually into Comic-Con stuff. And I was saying to him, it's not necessarily the fact that I'm not really a comic nerd or anything like that. I can't go into something. I say, oh yeah, do you know what? Spider-Man v Superman episode 4, whatever. I don't really know anything like that. I have little to no knowledge on comics, but I do love Comic-Con. It's great fun. The cosplay is the thing for me. The effort that people go into on cosplay is just phenomenal. It's absolutely amazing. But yeah, we love Comic-Con. We go there whenever we can, and really looking forward to it in a month's time. It's going to be great fun. Obviously, everybody in the chat apart from Paul is in America, so we won't see you there. But yeah, what else we got? Fun fact: Reed Richards is Kang's ancestor in the comics. Reed Richards is in Stretchy Guy. Is that the Stretchy Guy, Reed Richards? In the comics, which one was Kang? Oh my, do you know what? This is so bad. This is how bad my memory is. No problem, Kev. We shall see you shortly, mate. If I'm still here, we could sit here all day. It's bloody 10 to 10, and I think most of the stream is me just sitting there talking. No problem, Kev. We'll catch you later, mate. If I don't see you again in the chat, have a pleasant rest of your day, and we'll probably catch you at some point over the weekend in the Discord, mate. I know Kang was in the film. Oh, Kang was the guy. Yes, Kang was the evil guy, the one with multiple people. Yes, it's all come flooding back. Shit memory. Do apologise. Evil Dead movie. Do you know what, Sam? Everybody keeps going on. Well, I say everybody. Quite a few people keep going on about this Evil Dead movie. I've seen the original Evil Dead. I've never watched any others. I'm not really a big horror film fan. It's not a scare thing for me. I genuinely find them frustrating to watch. I used to watch a lot of horror as a kid. It was always my go-to genre, second to anything sci-fi. But I always used to go and get the horror films out, all the Freddy films, all that kind of stuff when I was a real young kid. But now I don't know. When Mrs. Snow watches something that's a bit horror-y, I tend to not bother. She just goes ahead and watches it because I just find them frustrating. I get annoyed at I don't know. I just find them frustrating. I can't really describe it. But yeah, I love horror VR games. For the 10 minutes or so that I can normally stand being in them, they're scary as hell. So I don't know whether or not I'll watch the new Evil Dead film. I know it's got a lot of links to the original one. I know a lot of people said it's been good to see it go back to the core. But I'm not sure whether or not I'll watch it, to be honest. I used to be the kind of person that used to watch films over and over again because they were really, really good, and I've been known to watch certain TV series over and over again. But I found when I get older, I just think there's so much stuff to watch. It's very rarely I actually watch stuff a second time round, even if it's really good. It has to be amazingly good for me to watch something multiple times nowadays. But yeah, Reed Richards is the stretchy guy. Yes, knew it. Makes a change for me to get something right. Not sure I can deal with the gore in this one. Oh, is it quite gory, is it? I've seen Greg go on about it because that's where he's at tonight instead of spending time with us. Bastard. And I know I'm pretty sure Ben said he'd been and seen it and said it was awesome, I think. Either that or I've just imagined that. I do dream about Ben quite a lot. I can only apologise. Dude, I feel you about the horror VR thing. I generally get terrified whenever I play it. Horror VR, I bang on about this quite a lot to people because unless you've tried VR, and when I say tried VR, I don't mean some arsehole stuck a VR headset on you, slammed on the bloody roller coaster game or Rich's Plank experience, scared the living shit out of you, or made you want to throw up all of your dinner for the last week. But if you've had a quality VR experience to start off with, you can never appreciate what VR is. You can never watch a YouTube stream and appreciate what you're seeing, what that person's seeing in VR. It's just not possible to do. Anybody that says you can, I beg to differ. You just can't do it. You've got to try a headset on. You've got to have a good experience in it. But when it comes to VR horror, I've played flat screen horror games before. I've played things like Dead Space when it was it's Dead Space 2 on the PS3, I can't remember what it was. Dead Space on the PS3 anyway, and played all sorts of horror games on flat screen in the past. And other than the odd jump, they're not really scary. You're looking at a screen inside a room. You can see everything that's around you. And I just don't find that kind of thing scary. You stick a VR headset on and jump into a horror game. Dread Halls is a classic. If you've never played Dread Halls, it's effectively, I'd almost describe it as it's almost like a dungeon crawler. There is a quest involved. You've basically got to go around and collect, I think it's eyeballs. I think you have to collect eyeballs and stuff like that. And there are scary things that when you look at them, they run towards you. And if you don't look at them, they ignore you. All that kind of scary stuff. But when you've got it in VR and you've got the volume up on your headset, it is the most terrifying thing I have ever experienced. I played... Hi, Verified, how you doing, mate? We're just doing chat, mate. If you've come along to see playing Among Us, mate, dude, that shit has sailed. We've given up on that. That's just like steaming turd in a paper bag on your doorstep, set a light, and your doorbells rang. So I played what we're talking about, Dread Halls, and I played that for probably about an hour, and I was playing it in the front room standalone on the Quest, and it was the first horror game I played in VR, and holy shit, it was scary. It was like massively scary. I was like screaming like a big girl and stuff like that, but I still quite enjoyed it. And then I played, I was watching, I think I was chatting to Ben, and he said about Cosmo Dread. And I thought, oh, Cosmo Dread, yeah, because the game end, it changes each time you play it. It's all very, very good like that. So I bought it and I jumped into it. And if ever you played if you've not played Cosmo Dread, you're basically on a space station, and you have to make your way from room to room, but some rooms don't have the lights on, so you have to gather battery cells. So you have to effectively take a battery cell out of the wall, which turns off those lights, and then go into a room and plug it in so you can turn the lights on. And I must have stood at the first room with a battery cell in my hand, and I must have stood at that door for 10 minutes, and I couldn't go in. I literally couldn't go in the door. I couldn't bring myself to. It took me 10 minutes just to go into the door, into that dark room, walk across to the other side, and plug the cell in. And I think I managed to do that, and I'd gone through a couple of rooms, and I got into there's like a main room. I think it's got like a stairwell around the outside kind of thing. And I'd gone into a chamber, into this corridor thing, and I'd shot a couple of the little aliens, and then this fucking huge, great big thing came running out towards me, and I emptied my mag, legged it, and as I was running away from him, I dropped the gun as I was trying to reload it, and literally I screamed like a girl. It was so funny, and I've never been back in since. I want to play it again because it just looks amazing. But it was so stressful. It was so scary. I just really struggled to go back in. But I will do it again. I want to get like a Fitbit or a smartwatch or something that's got a heart monitor that I can actually show the heart monitor on the top of my stream, and then I want to then stream it. But yeah, VR horror is just the best. What we've got going on? So yeah, Dave. Just if you go to after I've finished, mate. If you want to watch the first 15-20 minutes of this stream, you could probably sort of play it through on 2 speed, and you'll see the issues that we're having. And yeah, it wasn't great, mate. It wasn't great. But apart from that, we're all good. We just sat here chatting. I just thought I'd sit. I've been sitting here chatting now for about an hour and 15 minutes, just chatting to you guys. It's quite good fun. Actually, it's quite relaxing. This turned out like a pretty good stream. Everyone just chatting. I love this. I quite often, I don't know whether or not, Sam, you've popped across on and seen me stream on my channel. For those of you that don't know, obviously most of you do because there's like 4 people in there. I do 2 channels, so I've obviously got the VR CGI with the founders like Bam, Chibata, Faulty, and Jam, and any community games where I'm playing multiplayer, I will stream on the VR CGI channel and basically invite people from the Discord to come along and play with me. If I'm playing a solo game, I will stream that on my channel, and I tend to do them all as live streams, and I don't plan them. I just think to myself, oh, do you know what? I fancy going up and playing Wizards, and I'll just slam up a stream and then a live stream, and then 10 minutes later I'm just playing, and you'll see the title, just playing, and then the game. I don't mess around with thumbnails. I just snag the box art image off and just slam it up there. But yeah, I can't think where that conversation was going now. I think it was, what did Sam put there? Might trigger my memory. Everyone's chat. Yeah, so yeah, carrying on with that. So sometimes I'll just sort of stop mid-game and just chat. I think it might have been actually the Wizard's Dark Times. I think I spent about 15 minutes just stood there chatting with Bam about books and what books to read. It was quite good fun. I tend to be very relaxed on these things. So what else have we got? Yeah, Alien Isolation. Yeah, I've got Alien Isolation, and I actually didn't realize I had it. I'm like probably half the people that have a computer. To be honest, I've got so many games. 95% of them I've never even installed, let alone played. And Alien Isolation is one of those games. I've actually got it on Epic, so I do need to get the VR mod. Because it does look pretty awesome. So it is something that I do want to play. Mrs. Snow, you should have recorded that. Yeah, so when I did the Cosmo Dread thing and the Dread halls and I was crying like a big girl, this was before VR CGI. It was before, it was even before I had a gaming PC, to be honest. So it was well before I was doing streaming and anything like that. But yeah, I actually, my rig that I had when I first got my headset was nowhere near to the standard of being able to run anything on VR, no matter what I did to it. I think it was like a 3rd gen i7 with a GTX 640 graphics card in it, 16 gig of RAM. It was 11 years old. It had its day. I've still got it actually. It's one of those things I was going to wipe and shift on, but still sat in there. So, but yeah, I bought the VR headset. I bought the Quest 2 because I wanted to try VR. I tried the PS1 VR, and the experience was quite nice, but I wouldn't class it really as a good VR unit. It didn't tick enough boxes for my expectations for me to want to go out and invest in I think it was a PlayStation 4. I think you had to have, was it PlayStation 4 for the PSVR 1? I can't remember, but it wasn't enough for me to go out and invest that money in the game, in the hardware, and to have to sit there in front of your TV with your wands and set your iCam up or whatever the hell it was called, and be limited with what you do. Because I think it was I'm pretty sure there was like 3 fat ass cables that you had to have plugged in, which really restricted how much you could move around and stuff like that. And I'd been keeping an eye on the Oculus products, like when the dev kits first came out. I've been keeping my eyes out on dev kits, and I did consider getting one at one point, and I just never did. And then when I saw the Quest 2 came out, and they said about it being a fully standalone headset, you didn't need a gaming PC and all this kind of thing. And I thought, you know what, that's ideal. I'm gonna actually get one, and yeah, I bought one, and it's revitalized my love for gaming. And from there, I then decided that the only way forward was to get a gaming rig. So I went down some back alley somewhere. I got them to carve out a kidney because you only need one, and now I've got a gaming rig, and met all you guys in the chat, and there's the 5 founders. We sort of chatting away one day, and we decided to come up with VR CGI, and that's what got me into streaming. Yeah, that's my bit of history, unwanted history there, but I don't even know where else that conversation was going. What we got going on there? What we got going on here? So just trying to go back up through the things. Snow needs to do a chat and chill stream, eating a good meal and talking. That would be so much good fun. It really would be. So the Fitbit app. Right. So you can actually integrate Fitbit into OBS. I checked that shit out. I'm quite keen to do that. I'm actually quite keen to do it not just for horror stuff, but just full stop, because I think I don't know, it'd just be good fun to just see it on there, and when I get a bit excited because I get the first headshot of the night, you can see my pulse go up a little bit. I'm taking it, Bam. You've got a Fitbit, then, dude. It's going to be so good having that. It's something I definitely think I'll buy. I say, like, definitely think maybe I might think about buying this sort of. Yeah. So. Yeah, Bam. You'll have to let me know, mate, when you do the Jams Care package opening stream, so we can come on there and watch. That'd be great fun. I'm well behind on the chat, so I'm just skipping a few, so do forgive me if I've missed anything. Yada yada yada. There we go, I'm back down the bottom. The OS VR. Bam should never wear that moo ever again. That was the thing of nightmares, especially when he stood up. We met Jam and Bliss at the last Gamescom we went. We did. We did met. When we went down to WASD in April, beginning of April. We met up with Jam, Bliss, and Ben down there. We did try and meet up with GT, but I'm pretty sure he legged it the moment we found out we were there. We were stalking him down. But yeah, we met Jam and Bliss, and it was nice. I knew what Jam looked like anyway because I'd obviously seen photos. But it was so nice to meet Jam and Bliss. They were such nice guys, and we just had a sort of general chat and just had a sort of wander around. We didn't stalk them too much, but yeah, really nice people. They're obviously very close knit friends. But yeah, really nice people. Torch is the only option. What, torch the moo? Torture while he's on it, while he's got it on. All Jam ever sends me is misery. Lol. Yeah, Bam, you need to get your streaming sorted out, mate. It's nice watching you stream. You need to stream earlier in the day as well, so that we can. I'm pretty sure when I first started watching some of your streams when you were doing The Simpsons, it was actually quite early. It feels like it was like 2 o'clock our time, which would have been 2, 10, 8 o'clock in the morning your time. Kevin, you're back. Dude, please tell me you have not been gone more than 5 minutes, mate, because I'm still stood here chatting. We've been live 1 hour 40, and I'm just sat here chatting to you guys. It's bizarre. He got confused, thought today was Sunday roast. Oh, Sunday roast. That would be nice. Yeah, Jam is such a nice guy. To be honest with you, most of the people, I'd say most of the people that I talk to in this VR community, and it is still such a small VR, it's still such a small community for tech and gaming and stuff like that in general. It's a very small corner of the industry. I'd say 99% of everybody that I speak to, they're just nice people. It's such a great community. I talk about it to other people, and when they talk about getting into VR and stuff like that, and they say, "Oh, no, I'm not really sure whether it's worth it." it's worth it just to sit here and talk to you guys. It's so good fun, such nice people. Yeah, I wouldn't want to be without this now. If tomorrow I was to wake up blind, it'd be a disappointing day. Getting a new router this weekend, so hopefully that will spit. Bam, dude, just don't wipe your other router, mate. You're going to want to plug that in for your streams, mate. I know what you're like. Every time you touch anything, nothing works for weeks. It doesn't let you dedicate devices to 2.45, and that could be part of the problem. I'm going to be honest, Bam. I don't think the Quest will actually connect on a 2.4 gigahertz Wi-Fi. I think it's 5 gigahertz. I think it's 5 gigahertz only. I'm pretty sure it doesn't do 2.4. So even if you've got your routers and your router and it does 2.4 and 5, I'm not sure that would give you an issue. I could be wrong. So the router that I'm connecting to right now, yeah, the router that I'm connecting to right now is actually configured as 2 separate access points because it's an enterprise grade. It's actually not a router, it's actually an enterprise grade Wi-Fi hot point. Yeah, you know what I mean. Access point. So yes, I've actually got it configured so that the 5 gigahertz is on a separate channel, and everything to the 2.4. It actually acts as 2 separate things. But I'm pretty sure it will connect to 2.4. I did not know that. I thought it literally required 5 gigahertz. Okay, yeah, that will more than likely be your problem then, Bam. If it's able to connect, it is definitely going to pick your 2.4 over your 5 if you're not getting full bars. Yeah, 99% are definitely awesome. You get the odd prick, but to be perfectly honest, you get the odd prick everywhere. You can walk outside your door and find one. They just loiter around, don't they? Yeah, it's a great community, Sam. It's not even just the VR CGI. We've got great people in VR CGI. There's no doubt about it. Everybody's so super nice. But I just find, even in general, we quite often hop onto various other people's streams and we watch. You tend to chat to various people, especially when you look at like the VR Crewcast and stuff like that. So straight away you're sort of chatting to loads of people that GT knows, loads of people that are linked to Between Realities. Then there's the Wes Roots and Eric's channel, Something Strangers. And then you've got Brad as well. So you do tend to get involved with a lot of people from all over the place, and they're just so nice. Yeah, it's really good place to be. Oh, Paul. Before I forget, mate. V53 update for the Quest, which is not out yet, but it will be out in the next few weeks, I think. They have added the ability to be able to, I don't know whether or not it's a full degree sync, but effectively if you're reclined or laying down, you can reset your viewing. They're almost like the gyroscopics in the headset. So if you're lying down on your back, you can actually reset the gyroscopics so that it thinks you're stood up. Now, I don't know whether or not it's set at certain degrees, like 45 degrees, 90 degrees or whatever, or whether or not it's a case of you just get comfortable and when you reset your viewpoint, it just knows. But check it out, mate. Look for the V53 update. When they said about that, because I was harping on about this with you months back about, I think the only game that I've come across that actually allows you to play reclined is Demio, and I've never come across anything else that allows you to have that ability where you, so on Demio you can tilt the board. But yeah, check that out, dude. V53 update. I think I've just had the V51 update last week. But yeah, keep an eye out for the V53 update for that feature. It will be. You have the V53. Have you got the sort of pre-release version? Check out some videos, dude, because a lot of people have been talking about it. And when I saw it, I instantly thought of you lying in bed. That sounds wrong, doesn't it? Ah, fuck it. Yeah, I was thinking of you lying in bed, mate, with a headset on. I tell you what, Bam, if you're getting another router, mate, what you probably be a good idea to do is have that router, keep the one you've got still kicking around, but have that router in your gaming room that certainly is not finished on the decorating side. Yeah, have that in there and literally just run a Cat6 cable to your other router and purely have that just for that shit. Don't let anything else go on it. You can manually set it up for 5 only though. That's maybe what I've done verified. Maybe that's what I've done on my Quest. That maybe I've set that up so that it will only connect to 5 gigahertz. Yeah, that might be it. Yeah, VR Crewcast is brilliant. We watched that. It's pretty much our Monday night, our Monday late night viewing. VR Crewcast. I love the fact that it's just sort of sitting there watching 6, 7, 8 guys that are all infused with VR, and whether it be from a game player's point of view or an everyday user's point of view, or even to Brad's point of view with tech and all that kind of stuff and the social side of things. It's so nice to just hear them all talk, and yeah, it's really good. I love that stuff. This is our new TED Talks, Snow Talks. Fuck's sake, yeah. Well, it will be banned. This will be the last VR CGI stream that's ever allowed to be aired. Great for Netflix, Prime, etc. in bed. Do you know what? When I first got the Quest, I tried Netflix in it, and I couldn't get along with it. I found it very. I don't know. I don't even know how to describe it. So I have, well, not at the moment because I've got a cyst thing on the under the side of one of my eyelids at the moment, and it's pushing down on my focal lens, which is causing me vision issues in my right eye. But when I've not got that, I've got what's called nil sight. So it's better than 20/20. So they just put nil on the bloody prescription shit and just say don't ever come back to us. Unless you want to pay us more money. So if things aren't crisp and clear, I find myself sort of rubbing my eyes and stuff like that, and I don't enjoy it. And when I tried Netflix and watching a film inside the headset, I did find that I was not enjoying the experience as much because the image is not that sharp, and we only have a 1080p, we don't have a full HD TV, but I couldn't get along with it. I will try it again though, because I'm sure things have progressed since then. But yeah, I didn't get along with it, but I might try it again. I did try watching a side-by-side 3D movie, and I'll give it another go though. I'll have to give Netflix another go. Oh, nice one, Sam. Nice one. That is so cool of you to do that. It is so nice. This is just a classic example of what an awesome community this is, where you've just been happy to just do that and give that gift to Kev. That's very nice of you. I was looking at Zenith earlier today, and I don't know whether or not anybody in the chat's got Zenith. I think Biggity Bam, I think you said you had it, I think. And I did wonder whether or not it would be a good game to... Oh, what's my hand doing over there? I did wonder whether or not it would be a good game to maybe have on a stream. But I don't know whether or not any of you guys have got Zenith and what your thoughts are on it. Yeah, I did ponder over it, because obviously it's very it's obviously cheap at the moment with the Humble Bundle. Saying that, if I did buy it on Humble Bundle, there'd be 3 game keys being dropped in the Discord for sure, because I've already got Wanderer, I've already got the one with the shadows. Shit, my memory is bad. And I've already got one of the other ones as well. Vortex, Vertigo. So yeah, so I did wonder whether or not Zenith would be a good game to stream. Yeah, it was just a thought that I was chucking out there. VR is not my experimental. Let's make sure I did it right first. Yeah, I tell you, I know what there is. I don't know which one's 7 days and which one's 14 days, but I know they do have a thing, Sam, that if the gift isn't claimed within a certain amount of time, it will automatically be credited back to you. I know that's a thing. Oh, it should have been. Are you gonna jump in the game, Kev? Do you want to jump in and see if it's working, mate? If you do, let me know. I'll tell you what. Let me drop back. So, look at that. We're still in game. It's a lovely background soundtrack. Let me. Oh, it's not going to help with the chat in the bloody way, is it? Let me just shift that over there. Play online, host a match. Oh, this is how we roll. So Kev, I'm in a private lobby, mate. If you want to jump in and see if that's rectified the issue. The code is, I don't know whether you've got your stream on in the background, but the code is 3T6VPT. I'll try and keep my head straight so you can see it. I don't know how much of it you can actually see, because I can see that on my peripheral, but I don't think you guys can see it. Yeah, I'm here. If people wanted to jump in, and if Kev's worked, we could have a couple of games. We could do 1 or 2 quick rounds. I don't know how. This is definitely one of these games when there's 10 people, 8 to 10 people. It's awesome. I don't know how well it plays, to be honest. If there's less than 8, I know when we've had people trail off at the end of streams, it becomes more of a social thing than anything else. We tend to find we just stand around chatting and pissing around. So no, it's no worries, Paul. I think Kev's just gonna jump in just to see whether or not his audio's fixed, so that if we do play again, which we more than likely will do, I'll be very surprised if we never play this again, because it's just a go-to game. But yeah, at least we'll know then whether or not Kev can be heard. Otherwise, we will be forever calling him Kev the Silent. Whoa, What have we got going on next week? What have we got planned? Could anybody remember what we've got scheduled for next week? Is it Population 1 next Saturday? I can't remember. I can't remember what we got. What we said we got down. Yeah, it is Pop 1, is it? Yeah, Paul, you need to get Pop 1 installed, mate. It's free of charge on the Quest now, mate. Anybody else that wants to jump in, it's good fun. We just run around and let Greg kill us all. That's what he does. We're there for. We are cannon fodder for Greg. That is all it is. And if I think Greg said he was going to get his brother to play, but yeah, they're both as good as each other. I suck balls at bloody Pop 1. I just enjoy the social aspect of it. But yeah, that should be good fun, especially if Biggity Bam can jump in. You've got it installed. You should give it. Yeah, you need to. If you've not played it yet, dude, you just need to just spend 15 minutes and just whip through the tutorial. It just shows you how to do things like the flying and stuff like that. Static Bull. I'm guessing that's you, Kev. Is that you, Kev? Run backwards if that's you. Is it? So Kev, you are. Where you gone? If that's you, Kev, you are muted in the thing. I can actually see you've got a mute thing. Is this Kev? Not sure where I'd find it. Not seeing anything. That's not Kev. Who the hell's that? Who's Static Bull? Oh my god. It's obviously somebody watching the stream. I can't hear you. I can't hear you. I have no idea who you are. At the moment, I'm categorizing you as rando. This is the way. Oh, that's not you, Kev. That's not you. So when you get a quest game, you'll receive an email. And then you just basically, I'm pretty sure you just click on the link to accept the gift, and it will go into the Oculus app and just accept it. Who are you, Static Blue? I'm just going to run around. Biggity Bam, I have no idea who this random person is. It's obviously somebody that's watching the stream and plucked the code from the stream to join in. So I have no idea who Static Bull is. He's definitely sus. Absolutely. If they unmuted themselves, I could actually hear them and they could actually say hi. They obviously not sure. I don't know whether or not they realise they're on a live stream, and I use live stream in the loosest of terms. Can you unmute? Can you hear me? Pretty sure you can hear me. Feel free to unmute yourself if you want. You can unmute yourself and say hi. It's absolutely fine. Be a friend. No idea what you're saying. Fly, flappy ears. It's a book. Thumb ears. Forrest Gump. Is it Forrest Gump? Why do you feel like it's a child? Bam, I'm not quite sure, mate. Is there something you're not telling us, dude? Chewbacca is snoring next to you. I'll tell you what I'm going to do is, while this person's there, I'm just going to mute it. I don't know whether can you guys still hear me? I'll have to take everything. That's cool. I'll drop out of this game. I'll just say goodbye to the rando. Bye. We're going. Bye. Nice to see you, whoever you are. Bye. Where were we anyway? So Chewbacca's snoring, underage child. Yeah, you can't send it. It won't let you send a gift twice, so it must be a case that it has been sent. Okay, I got the email. Blah blah blah. No worries, Kev. Well, Kev, anytime you want, mate. Anytime you want, we can try it. Who's logged in as CGI at the moment? Okay. What the fuck? Ah, bam. You fucker. You fucker, mate. Do you know what? I actually thought for a second then that the channel might have been fucking fucked with. Because there are so many fucking channels being hacked at the moment. And I was just thinking, what the fuck? Snow is sweating. Do you know what? Yeah, because I've actually not got any of these videos downloaded. I need to do that. I need to get some fucking thing. We have double authentication. We do. You bastard. That's it, you fucker. You're dead to me now. That's it. No more fucking. That's it. You're not invited anymore. Get out. Get out. Can I boot you? Oh, I'll tell you what. I can. Paul. Dude. What's going on? I need to get this. Can I get? Oh, let me get that there. Hey, what's going on? yeah, fucker. It did confuse me. I was thinking, what the hell? It's me that's logged in. How the hell's that happening? What else do we want to talk about? It's we're just talking. I've been here I've been online for like 2 hours 5 minutes. What's going on? What do we want to talk about? Anything else we want to talk about? Are we going to call it a night, or we should do these more often? We should do like just a sit down and chat thing. Get the founders on here, and we can just sit and chat to you guys all night. That'd be quite good fun. In fact, correct me if I'm wrong, Bam. We were going to do that at some point, weren't we? Wasn't that going to be our first stream as VR CGI? Weren't we all just going to sit around and introduce ourselves and just chat and stuff like that? And instead we just carried on, just played golf. Oh no, don't close that because that's going to close that. Yeah, yeah, we were. And then get off the yellow thing. Get back onto your own name. It's confusing. Yeah, and then it just didn't happen, did it? But we should do that at some point. We should just have a. The thing is, says it's installed, and I won't be able to play tonight. Gotta get super. Oh, gotta get supper. Oh, supper! I'm hungry now. On the table. What are you having for supper, Kev? Is it something nice? I do love the fact that just going back. My Rottweiler of a wife. If you're not a friendly, fuck off. Oh dear, moderation at its best. Thank you, Mrs. Snow. What did I miss? What did snow public room for closure. Blue. Not sure what you mean by that, Sam. I might have missed something further up in the chat, so I do apologise. Paul saying I'm blue. Oh, you want to be blue, Paul? Oh, is that what you're saying, Paul? Paul, on a minute. Oh shit! What the hell's happened? Where's Paul? Paul. There you go, Paul. Don't say I'm not a friendly person. With great power, Paul, comes great responsibility. Just remember that, dude. Well, I'm 33 and I have. What have I missed? Let's do braised sirloin tips with carrots and broccoli. That sounds bloody nice. I'll tell you what, my ass is getting sore sitting on this chair. Oh. Just readjust, straighten the back, get good posture, and hope chair don't collapse. Public room Among Us 1 round. Do you reckon? Do you want me to do a public room in Among Us? Just jump in? Is this the general consensus? We want to see me running around with fucking 9 other kids screaming around like little turds with mouths? I can't make beautiful cupcake like Beardo's wife, but I can cook. Molly does some amazing cupcakes. And do you know what? One day we might even get to try them. Maybe at the. What the fuck? You're not blue. You bloody are blue. Who have I just made blue? Add as moderator. Standard moderator. Save. Try again. Try again, Paul. Try it again. Hold on a minute. I'll tell you what's going on. Bam's fucking with you. That's what's going on, Paul. I wouldn't take it. I wouldn't take that shit, mate. Paul, honestly, mate, I have set you as a mod, mate. I think Bam's pissing with you. I could be wrong. It could be that I'm doing it wrong. Maybe it's not. Is it just not working? I am logged on as me, and am I logged on as me? I don't know, Paul. You were a moderator. I don't know why you're not. Weird. We'll figure it out. Yeah. Ben wouldn't carry the wouldn't bring the cupcakes down on the train with him. Fucking no commitment. So you want to? Am I jumping into a game? Is that what I'm doing? So I'm just gonna fucking balls out. I'm gonna stand up because. Oh, let me just move my chair. Wait a minute. Oh. back and my legs. I'm like an old man, right? So let me stick this up there. Get some chat action. Do that. Where's the bloody menu gone? Am I facing the camera? I am facing the camera. Oh dear. Yeah, catch you later, Kev. Catch you later, dude. Enjoy. Let's play online. Quick match. Oh, this is going to be horrendous. I'm not sure I'm going to be able to cope with this. Let's see what's what. Here we go. So I take it I've just got to wait, haven't I? Just got to wait for other players. Boop, 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 boop. Let's see what happens. That sounds so wrong, Bam. So wrong, dude. Thanks, Sam. This is going to be horrendous. This is going to be absolutely horrendous. See if anybody. See, this is the thing. When this first came out, I remember stepping into public games just to see what was going on, and literally that counter would just go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and you just count up. Oh, I'm just sat here. You can't see the game. Ah, shit. Can you see the game now? Should be back on now. This is going to be horrendous. The things I do for you guys. Just remember this. Just remember how nice I am. This is going to give me nightmares tonight. I'd say it'd give me nightmares. We've got to wait for some more people to join in. It just could be this. We could just do the dances and stuff. I mustn't hurl abuse at anybody. You're damn right, Bam. You're damn right. It's not the gameplay that's the problem. It's who's going to be playing the game. If anybody joins in, I don't think anybody's going to join in. I honestly don't think people are playing anymore. I think I just could be stood here. I'm all alone. There's no one here beside me. Pizza. We had pizza today. It was really nice. I like pizza. Not sure I want to eat that pizza. That pizza looks shit. Oh, we've got another person. We've got another person. Just there. Just there. Hello. We have a person. We just got to wait for more players. I am the host. I like his hairdo. Where's he gone? That's it. Game over. I won. Yay! This is oh. Oh, he's back again. Conlin 13. Hello, Conlin. There's nobody here, dude. And they've gone again. Are they running through walls? Is that how you do it? That's not working. Yeah, this is me jumping into a random game playing with squeakers. if they turn up. We need to do a mixtape of all of our community streamer friends. It needs to be with all the best quotes. Well, we're obviously going to start that one with these fucking guns, because that's always great fun. I think we could. I can imagine that if we did, like, in like 2 or 3 years' time, we did the VR CGI memoirs of a VR CGI. That sounds like a porn film. And one of those 80s softcore eroticas. Normally a bloke with a mustache. Normally a ladder, binoculars, trench coat, that kind of thing. Biggity bam, see you later, mate. I'm probably gonna this isn't happening. This is how popular this game is now. So this obviously ain't happening. So I think I'm probably gonna call it, to be honest. So let me Grey. I'm not playing with somebody with pizza on the head. That's not funny. Yeah. So yeah, thank you everybody for coming along and just joining me on this. To be honest, it's been a good laugh. It's been nice to sit there and chat. Do you know what? I think I might just leave the stream up for a few days if anybody else wants to come along and just watch stuff. But yeah, see you, Bam. Enjoy life with the family, the Bamily. Yeah, see you later, Paul. Take care of yourself, dude. And yeah, I think I'm going to call it. So bye, everybody. Thank you very much for turning up. It's been 2 hours and 15 minutes of stream. 2 hours of that has just been me chatting. So yeah, been great fun. Take care, peeps. Have a pleasant weekend. Sure, I'll catch you all on the Discord, and we shall catch you later. Take care. Bye.